Force and energy. Force. In Class 4, we read that pushing or pulling an object means we are applying a force on the object. Look at the pictures below. See how force is being used to perform various activities. Most of the actions that we perform in our daily lives involve pushing or pulling something. A force can be used to move a stationary object, stop a moving object, make a moving object move faster, slow down a moving object, change the direction of a moving object, change the shape and size of an object. Types of forces. There are different types of forces. When we push, pull or lift something, we apply muscular force. Astronauts float in space due to the absence of gravitational force, while we remain on the ground due to Earth's gravitational force. A rolling ball stops due to friction, which also slows moving objects and enables walking. A stretched rubber band regains its original shape due to elastic force, which arises from deformation. Most simple machines use mechanical force, for example, scissors use mechanical force to cut. The upward push of water on a floating object is called buoyant force or upthrust, which acts on all objects in water. Other types of forces include magnetic and electrostatic forces, which will be covered in higher classes. Simple machines. Simple machines are tools that simplify and speed up work by changing the direction or increasing the magnitude of an applied force. Examples of simple machines include levers, inclined planes, wheels and axles, pulleys, and screws. Levers. Common tools like pliers, bottle openers, tweezers, and hammers are examples of levers. Using a rod to lift a heavy rock demonstrates the principle of a lever. The text describes a lever mechanism where a rod lifts a rock. The rock's weight is the load. A small stone acts as the fulcrum, pivot, and the force applied by a person is the effort. Levers are categorized based on the relative arrangement of the fulcrum, the load, and the effort. A first-class lever has the fulcrum located between the load and the effort. A second-class lever has the load situated between the fulcrum and the effort. A third-class lever has the effort positioned between the fulcrum and the load. The inclined plane. Moving up a slope is often easier than climbing a ladder to reach the same elevation. An inclined plane is a sloped surface that reduces the effort required to move objects. Workers commonly use planks of wood as inclined planes to load or unload trucks. Ramps, which are inclined planes, are installed alongside staircases in hospitals and other buildings to facilitate the movement of wheelchairs. The text poses a question about enjoying rides down a slide. When you were younger, a slide is an inclined plane. The pulley. A pulley is a small wheel with a groove around its outer edge to hold a rope in position. It is used with a chain or rope to lift objects by changing the direction of the force applied. There are two types of pulleys, a fixed pulley and a movable pulley. A fixed pulley is used for drawing water from a well. It's fitted to a support with a rope tied to one end and a bucket at the other. making work easier by changing the direction of force. A small pulley is also used on a flagpole to hoist a flag. Movable pulleys along with fixed pulleys are used to lift loads. The wheel and axle. Pushing a load on wheels is easier than carrying it. A wheel by itself is not a simple machine. It becomes one only when a rod or an axle is attached to it. A wheel with a rod attached is known as a wheel and axle arrangement. Wheel and axle arrangements are used in most big machines like vehicles, sewing machines, egg beaters, and cycles. The screw. A screw is a simple machine used to hold things together tightly. When things are joined with a screw, they are held together through a longer distance and cannot be forced apart easily. When joining things with a nail, they are held together only for a short distance, equal to the length of the nail. Experiment. Take a sheet of paper and cut out a right-angled triangle, coloring the edge opposite to the right angle, the longest side. Wrap this colored edge around a pencil to demonstrate that a screw is an inclined plane wrapped around a nail. Bigger screws, known as screw jacks, are utilized for lifting cars and other heavy objects. Screws are commonly found in revolving stools, chairs, and ear studs. Consider if there is any large machine that does not use a screw. All complex machines are combinations of several simple machines. Energy. The term energy is frequently used in daily life, referring to the strength needed from food like milk, vegetables, and fruits. Energy is defined as the ability to perform work. It is present everywhere in nature: sunlight, wind, water, plants, animals, and is used daily. Different forms of energy. Mechanical energy is energy an object possesses due to its motion. Kinetic energy, or position. Potential energy. Examples include a moving car possessing kinetic energy and a drawn bow possessing potential energy, due to its stretched position. Solar energy is the most accessible, important, and non-polluting source of energy. Sun's energy is used to dry clothes, and solar panels absorb it to generate heat for cooking. Geothermal energy derives from the Greek words geo, earth, and therm, heat, representing heat from within the earth. This energy, harnessed from steam in hot water, can heat buildings or generate electricity. Geothermal energy is a renewable source because its water supply is replenished by rainfall. Heat energy. Heat is continuously produced inside the earth. Most heat energy for homes and cooking comes from burning fuels like coal, kerosene, and petrol. Wind energy. Wind energy is plentiful, renewable, widely distributed, clean, and non-polluting. Experts consider wind energy to be environmentally friendly. Wind power converts wind energy into electricity using wind turbines. Hydropower. Hydropower is the most frequently used renewable energy source for electricity generation. It is an ancient energy source, used for thousands of years to power paddle wheels for grinding grain. Hydroelectric power plants require a water source. Light energy. Light is nature's way of transferring energy through space. Sources of light energy include the sun, bulbs, tube lights, and burning candles. Sound energy. Sound is vibration transmitted through a solid, liquid, or gas. Sound is produced when a force causes an object or substance to vibrate. Sources of sound energy include music systems, musical instruments, and radios. Electrical energy. Electrical energy is the movement of electrical charges through a wire, also known as electricity. Many modern appliances, such as washing machines, televisions, computers, tube lights, bulbs, and fans, run on electricity. Law of conservation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Energy just changes from one form to another. The total energy of an object never decreases or increases. Words to know. Ramp, a slope that joins two parts of a road or building. Quick recap. When we push or pull something, we apply force. A force can be used to move a stationary object. Stop a moving object. Make a moving object move faster. Slow down a moving object. Change the direction of a moving object and change the shape and size of an object. Forces are of different types: muscular, gravitational, frictional, elastic, mechanical, and buoyant. Simple machines are grouped under lever, inclined plane, wheel and axle, pulley and screw. Energy is the ability to do work. Mechanical energy can either be kinetic energy or potential energy. According to the law of conservation of energy, energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but it always changes from one kind to another.